I lost 140 pounds leaning hard into apple cider vinegar. Welcome to the series about leveraging it and being awesome at the same time. Today we infuse it with onions and oregano. I've done other videos on this channel on apple cider vinegar and weight loss. I direct you there. But the bottom line is, it's a key tool that we can leverage to help bring our meal to an end, to help us feel more satisfied with what we're eating. To that end, I include this in recipes or have a little swig right before I eat to make sure it's there in my stomach when the food is going in, because that is where it's going to do its best work, is in bringing your meal to an end so that you don't eat as much. It's really that simple. It's that simple, but there is an unappreciated aspect of apple cider vinegar that herbalists know well, and that is apple cider vinegar is really good at drawing out the flavors and the properties of plants right into the vinegar, so you can infuse vinegar with all of the flavors of the world. And today we are infusing it with onion and oregano. Boy, this is what I did nearly every day for a year in my rapid weight loss phase. I would go out into the forest and collect all kinds of awesome things, bring them back. I'd make vinegar and I'd use that vinegar in my salads. My goal was to get out and hike, and I began on day one just limping around the trailheads. I mean, I couldn't even walk because I was limping because I was injured. I was 280 pounds, but I got out there and I did it. Good for me, good for the 280-pound me, taking control and getting out and doing it. That is maybe where my awesomeness peaked. And I want to get a little bit of that awesomeness back now. And I thought, what a better way to do that than a whole series on YouTube. And so it begins here. And it begins as winter is coming to an end here in 2022 in California. The very beginnings of spring are coming, and spring is going to be such a great opportunity for awesomeness. I can't even wait. But until then, I went out onto my property and I found the little things that I could. And that happened to be oregano. And I just happened to have some onions from, like, I don't know, Save Martyr Albertsons or something. Okay, so that's what we're doing today, because we have the apple cider vinegar in here that will get flavored with the onion and with the oregano, taking it to a new flavor level. Great for salad dressings. You know, that's my #1 use. Some of those cooked dishes as well. But the thing is, we will also end up with pickled onions, and pickled onions are really great on salads, especially something like a tuna salad, you know, where you mix the stuff in with the tuna. And the oregano leaves, really, really good in something like that. Really, really good. You can throw out the oregano leaves later if you want. You can put them in a salad. Okay, you do know how simple this is. I'm gonna show you. I mean, all we're doing is slicing the onion and putting it in a jar. That's all. Well, okay, we'll peel it too. How about that? Well, you know, you could put the onion peel in it, but the thing is, I love to be able to just pull the onion out and use it in a recipe, and I'm not gonna wanna fuss with the peel in there. And I definitely want to use the onion. If people plan to just discard all of these things, then yeah, you could just toss the peel in there. And so I made a batch with onion rounds, but this one, I'm gonna cut them in half. I'm just feeling like when I'm ready for that salad, I'm gonna want them in half. And so I'm gonna put them in the jar in the way that I think I'm gonna use them. And so pickled onions, it's kind of like having a condiment for your salad. And so when you think about how to use them, try them to start in that tuna salad option. You know how in the tuna salad, you might put celery or something like that? Put pickled onion. It's fabulous. I typically just use a canning jar. This has a canning lid. I replaced the lid. I use a plastic lid. The plastic won't corrode. The metal canning lids will corrode against the vinegar. You can get these like Walmart or something like that. Just plastic lids that fit onto canning jars. I kind of like them stacked up in there. Really space efficient. That's how I tend to pack these. As for additional flavors, any flavor you want. This is the awesome part. This is what makes the project awesome, because you can experiment with all the flavors. I love to find plants in the wild to put in here. You just have to make sure they're actually edible, you know, that they're not going to kill you with some sort of poisonous element, because that would be terrible. Awesomeness is just about to spring here in California. And the very beginning stages are this oregano. Now with herbs, if you're going to use the herb, like say in that tuna salad, I recommend that you take it off the stem. I'm going to do that here with the oregano. And a lot of times with these leaves, you just go in an opposite direction like this, and those leaves come off pretty easily. The thick stems of herbs tend to be bitter, and so you're going to have a better vinegar if you remove the thick stem. It's just a rule of thumb. All plants are kind of different, but that is a pretty solid rule of thumb for herbs. Sometimes I'll leave them on a stem if I just want to remove it and just pull the whole stem out. But especially if I'm going to eat it, I don't want to end up chopping it or just adding it to the dish with the stem because that would be bitter. So that's that. Just add vinegar. I like to leave a little bit of headroom in the jar, maybe up to an inch. I mean, you can fill it halfway if you want, but you need to cover these onions and herbs. So actually I have mine maybe a little bit full, so you can see a bunch of the stuff sticking above the vinegar. I don't know, I might have a little too much. I'm gonna just pull a little bit of onion out of there. It's gonna end up getting me in trouble because it's really just too much for the jar. You want it under the vinegar. Boy, I just love these. They are so beautiful. I love to use the red onion for the vinegar because they're just so pretty when you make it. But as fair warning, it looks like this when you make it and has a distinct mud look later. And so it's lost its pinkness. It's, I don't know, pinkish brown now. This is months old. I have no idea how old it is. These will last like forever. Like you could put them in with a sarcophagus, they will be okay. This is 100% apple cider vinegar. So people, when they pickle, they will dilute the vinegar. I don't dilute the vinegar because my purpose is to flavor my vinegar. This is how I flavor it. But in the process, in 100% vinegar, it preserves the onion and the oregano until kingdom come. Okay, all we need now is time. I'm gonna give this about 2 weeks. I might start using it in a week. It will be better in about 2 weeks, and then until kingdom come. Okay, I wouldn't worry about that, but I'm about to go on a trip in a week. I'm taking this with me it'll be like my little travel flavor kit. I can make salads on the road, which I often do. And this is a very convenient little thing. I can leave the jar on the road once it's empty if I choose to. It's no big deal one way or another. And I've got a convenient travel flavor packet. Okay, number one. Number two, when I'm traveling, now I'm realizing I should make more. Maybe that's how the awesomeness will continue, is finding some really cool stuff out there on the road. Okay, well, stay tuned for that because I am determined to just bring a little bit of awesomeness to my days with this very type of thing. What are you putting in your vinegar? Please tell us. This is so fabulous. I'll catch you next time.